So, what's going on with this Lakewood Ranch real estate market? Hey, it's Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and today we're talking about the market in a minute, plural, Lakewood Ranch real estate market for July 2025. So, we ran the numbers. We're going to look at the month over month and year over year trends, basically in 9 different vital signs of the market, so that you can take this data and line it up with your goals, whether it's to buy a home or sell a home, or sell a home to buy another home, whether it's now, 12 months from now. You can follow along with these trends, know what's going on, and use this data to your advantage. Stay tuned to the end because we're going to tell you exactly how to use it. So, like I said, we're looking at 9 vital signs of the real estate market. We're looking at month over month, year over year trends. Right now, let's focus on these month over month trends. And color coding, what's going on with that? Well, if you've seen these before, you might know this. If not, here's what we do. If the numbers or if the trends are moving in favor of buyers, we mark it in red. If they're moving in favor of sellers, we mark it in green. And you're saying to yourself, Sean, that's a heck of a lot of green. And yeah, it is. Some things transpired in the market in July in Lakewood Ranch that moved, I'm not going to say towards sellers market territory, but moved in favor of sellers. Almost a clean sweep save for one flat. So, biggest mover of the month, new listings fell kind of off a cliff. 24% less new listings in Lakewood Ranch than the previous month of June. Thus bringing down the available homes, fell by 8.7% from 909 to 830. So less homes available, less new listings hit the market, and more homes went under contract. How many more? Just 6 more, but that is 3.5% more purchase contract activity in July than there was in June. Closings went up a tad by 1.1%. Average median price, both up month over month. Now, I'm going to hit the pause button. That doesn't mean that values went up 11.8% last month. It just means of the 178 homes that closed, the average of those closed prices is up 11.8%. Median up 4.2%. The leverage spread, I'll call it, the percent between sold price and list price, last list price, up by nearly 0.5%. 96.3% was the median sold price to list price ratio. Market times, well, average days on market stayed flat at 90. The median dropped by 5.6% last month. That measures the 178 homes that went under contract. Oh, look at that. 178 went under contract, 178 closed. All right, so how does that compare year over year? Let's go there. Bear with me, lots of markets to track. There we go. Now, not as many greens, but still some greens year over year, believe it or not. We haven't seen this in a while here in Lakewood Ranch. I'm going to start with the biggest mover is the number of new listings fell by 28.7% compared to last July. We don't have a count on available homes last year. That's why that one's in yellow. Closed sales way down 20.9%. We'll call it 21%, going from 225 to 178. Yes, I know my fonts are not matching. I get it. However, average price up 8.5%, median price up 4.2%. That spread, that leverage spread, is down 1.5% year over year. Market times are up a little, well, median days on market flat at 67, average up by 2 days, whatever. So kind of mixed reviews in terms of year over year, but more green than we've seen in some time. So that's good news. Now, let's look at this for my visual people. What does this look like on graphs? If you don't like visuals, you don't like graphs, you can cut out of the video now, but you do want to stay tuned to how to leverage this data in your home sale or home purchase, or if you're doing both. All right, so this goes back 1.5 years now. We're taking a look at 3 or 4 to 5, whatever, different graphs, just so we can see perspective, right? Like, these stats in a bubble don't mean much, but if we can see how that compares to each month over the last 18 of them, makes more difference. So we're starting with average and median days on market, average in the blue, median in the red. Pretty flat for the last year or so in terms of average and median days on market. Not really much to talk about there, yet you can see how it compares to, before that, going into February of 2024 when we started keeping these stats. This one, 3 numbers on the same graph. I know that's a bit crowded, yet this measures new listings in the blue, total available homes, so the ones that are new and the ones that aren't new, stacked up. So total inventory in the red, and new purchase contracts in the yellow. So we're seeing a downward trend in new listings. We're seeing a downward trend in available homes. So less competition if you're a seller, obviously fewer choices if you're a buyer. And then purchase contract activity, the yellow, pretty well flat for the last few months. Some ups and downs there, but you see how that compares to new listings. That intersection is meeting again. So we'll see how that shakes out. Closed sales. Well, ups and downs there. Like I said, closed sales rose by 1%? Month over month, but it's equivalent to, if I go back to July of last year, it's short of that, but it's above August of last year. So we'll see how that trend line continues there. Average and median price, average in the blue, median in the red. You can see we're just going to call that flat over the last year and a half. Not much. I mean, there's peaks and valleys there for sure. And again, it measures what's sold in that particular month, not necessarily values across the board. But no real trends here to really speak about. We look at, I already did the year over year, but we look at the average selling price in July compared to July of last year. It's significantly higher. The median price is significantly higher. So good news there if you are holding on to a home that you are potentially selling. Median sold price to list price ratio. This one has been on a downward trajectory ever since the days of 99.99 back in March of 2024. Sniffed that out a couple of times since then, but really we're talking about numbers in we'll call it 4 to 5% off last list price in terms of the median close price. So there you have it. There's the month over month, year over year, some positive trends if you are a home seller. Still great environment if you are a home buyer. Now, how to use this as leverage? First of all, talk to your agent first. If you don't have one, love to be a resource for you, because every situation is going to be different, right? This measures all of Lakewood Ranch, all 29 or whatever, 30 villages, and across all property types, across all price points. Every market is a little bit different. Now, if you want to kick some strategy ideas around with your specific scenario, just drop a comment. Find me on social, Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next month.